In July of 1949, a white woman wrongfully accused 3 black men and 1 teenager in a case that came to be known as the Groveland Four. Charles Greenlee, Walter Irving, and Samuel Shepherd were arrested and convicted by an all-white jury. The fourth, Ernest Thomas, was murdered by a mob led by the Lake County Sheriff shortly after the accusations. They shot him over 400 times. The false claims made by Norma Padgett, who is now in her 80s, caused terror to rain down on the black residents of Groveland, prompting an intervention by the National Guard. According to recent interviews with the grandson of the now deceased prosecutor, both the local prosecutor and the judge knew that there was never a rape. Today, more than 70 years later, all 4 men have been exonerated. A circuit court judge in Florida cleared the cases against the men and issued a posthumous ruling, an attempt at a loan for one of the worst miscarriages of justice of the Jim Crow era. But none of the men were alive to see it. After the Supreme Court overturned the original convictions in 1951, the same local sheriff fatally shot Shepherd and wounded Irving as he drove them to the second trial. Irvin, a World War II veteran, died 1 year after he was paroled in 1968. Greenlee, who was 16 years old when he was convicted, died in 2012. All 4 of their families gathered at the hearing and celebrated the ruling. My next guest helped inspire the re-examination of the case with his Pulitzer Prize-winning book, Devil in the Grove. Joining me now to discuss is Gilbert King. Gilbert, I really wanted to have that book. I have it here somewhere on this bookshelf, but I can't find it.
No worries.
Anyway, so I want to just get your opinion of what has happened here today and the exonerations.
Yeah, sure. You know, it was an amazing day. I've got to be with the family over the years for the apology, the pardon, and today the exonerations. And, you know, it was a long time coming. And these families have been so patient over 72 years. I mean, Carol Greenlee, the daughter of Charles Greenlee, was born the day or the same year of the conviction. And so every year it marks another milestone, and 72 years have passed. And she knew that her father was innocent of this accusation and this crime. And I think just to see her smile and her reaction to the judge's decision today made everything worthwhile, because it just showed this bottled up dream of just being exonerated and what that feels like.
Right. It's really important to the families, as you say, to the people who are convicted or charged, if they are still alive. How important do you think it is, however, to society overall that we revisit these injustices, and even if the people are not around, that we make it right?
Yeah, it's a really great question. I think about it all the time. And, you know, one of the things that, you know, it's hard to just imagine these families going back home and saying, yes, we've got these exonerations, but we lost these lives. This is not coming back. That whole life was just destroyed. And in effect, it destroyed families, multiple victims over the years. But here's why it's important. I think it's important for these states like Florida, and I really do commend the state of Florida for doing this, because not every state has done this. Not every state has been aggressively pursuing these kind of injustices and trying to make a correction. I think it improves the integrity and the accountability of the criminal justice system. If you can have a state attorney's office or a prosecutorial office look back and say, we got this wrong, we admit it, it just improves the credibility going forward. You want to have the integrity of the criminal justice system. And it's a really good start to recognize some of these cases that were just abominations of justice. And as soon as you start doing that and recognizing that this happened in the past, you can start to identify the similar cases in the present. And one of the things I've learned on this entire journey is that prosecutors have heart too. And sometimes they're the first line of defense. and they can make a difference, and no one's going to write a book about that.
Right. So among the 375 people who have been exonerated in this country, 60% of them have been black, according to the Innocence Project. What do you make of that incredible imbalance?
You know, to me, it's just like, look at American history, and you go back until days after the Civil War, when this country tried to get through Reconstruction, and what they decided was, since America had lost interest, they won the war, they didn't want to talk about this, we wanted America to repair, they allowed the South to create this criminal justice system that really blurred the lines between white supremacists, Klansmen, and law enforcement. And from that day, you had the birth of mass incarceration and this racial narrative that has crept into law enforcement that exists to this day. And so, to me, that is the legacy. This is what these cases from the past really expose. And this is a problem for America because we have way too many people in prison, and it's disproportionate to the rest of the world. And it's because it's built on this original sin of American slavery. And that's where we are today.
Right. Gilbert King, thank you so much for joining us tonight, and pat yourself on the back. It is your work and your book that helped to get us to this day. Thank you so much for your work, sir.